Today, jury selection begins in a federal gun case against Hunter Biden. What to expect as the trial begins.
Plus, with credit cards offering a variety of rewards, we'll show you how to choose the right card for your needs.
And quiet for now, but we are watching some showers and storms to the west. We do have a first morning alert day. We'll have more coming up.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us here on a Monday. I'm Shane Hogan.
I'm Chris Stanford. That's right. We have more chances of severe weather moving in today. We have more tomorrow.
Just can't catch a break.
It's just been such an active pattern.
It has.
An active spring.
It has been. Yeah, it has. And Kelly Slifka is in this morning for Savannah. He's going to tell us all about it. Good morning, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning, guys. It is quiet now, but, you know, it's been just a very active month of May. Now we're into June, and another first warning alert day because of the potential of some strong to severe storms. We'll have 2 rounds today, then another round, it looks like, tomorrow evening. All of southern Wisconsin can't rule out some large hail, some damaging winds, even an isolated tornado, and we'll track those for you coming up. But right now, most of the rain is off to the west, up toward La Crosse, Black River Falls, Eau Claire. We had a couple of showers pop up in Grant County near Lancaster, but those have kind of fizzled. And we are expecting our round of storms to develop here in Iowa. That's what we can expect later this morning and toward the Madison area as we get a little bit closer to the noon hour. We do have a slight risk of severe weather on a scale of 1 to 5. That's a category 2 for all of southern Wisconsin. Right now, 63 in Madison. It's a mild morning. You're going to notice that humidity come up as we go into the afternoon hours as a warm front passes through, and that will fuel some of these storms that will be developing as we get toward the noon hour, and then again a little bit later on this afternoon. Not only today, but we do have another first warning alert day tomorrow as well. We'll track those for you coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Happening today, jury selection begins in the federal gun trial against President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden.
He was indicted on 3 felony charges related to his purchase of a gun in 2018. At that time, Hunter Biden was experiencing drug addiction. That made his purchase of the gun illegal. Experts predict the case will focus on the definition of the word addict as it relates to the legality of buying a gun.
Whether he believed he was an addict, whether he was in fact addicted when he checked the box on the form saying that he wasn't addicted.
Hunter Biden also faces charges in a separate criminal trial in California on failing to pay more than $1 million in taxes. Though a plea deal had been in the works to end both cases, that deal fell through last July. If convicted, Hunter Biden could face up to 25 years in prison.
1 person is dead, 2 dozen are hurt after a shooting in Ohio. It happened during a birthday party late Saturday night into Sunday morning. The shooting killed a 27-year-old man. People who were at the party say there was no fighting prior to the shooting.
We outside enjoying ourselves. The next thing you know, we running for our lives. That fast, like that fast.
A lot of shots. I feel like I heard over 50 shots, heard a lot of screaming.
We just heard like fireworks. I thought it was the 4th of July, man. Then I seen cars, everybody running.
The Akron mayor said last night this was a tragic incident which impacts our entire community. The sheer number of victims is shocking and disconcerting. I want to be very clear. Anyone who was involved in last night's shooting will be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. So far, no arrests have been made. The mayor and police chief of Akron are calling for witnesses now with information to come forward. Back locally, the Waupun Correctional Facility is going through a leadership change while under investigation. Randall Hepp just resigned last week while the prison contends with a lawsuit regarding lockdown conditions. Also, a federal investigation and multiple inmate deaths in the last year. The federal investigation is looking into an alleged smuggling ring involving employees. The State Journal says former deputy warden Brad Mloznik will take over on June 30th.
Alliant Energy is looking to diversify their energy resources, and this new solar field that you see here will go a long way in that effort. This setup in Potosi is their largest solar array in Grant County. Alliant Energy expects these 1,400 acres of solar panels will not only create more renewable energy, but also help out area landowners.
We expect to be in business for another 100 years. That means we try to be very good stewards of the land and stewards of the communities that we serve.
In this plan, Alliant acquires leases from landowners, each lasting roughly 30 years. This supplies them with a steady stream of money Now, when that lease expires, they must remove the panels and return the land. Alliant tells us it employed more than 700 workers to build this solar array, adding to the economic impact created by the project. Time is 6:04. It's hard to believe, but more than 1,000 credit cards offer rewards. Whether it's cash back, airline miles, or other special perks, how do you choose the one that's best for you? Well, Consumer Reports did the homework and crunched some numbers so you don't have to. If you're in the market for a new credit card, why not make that card work for you? Like Alex Joyce, who travels a lot for work.
Having a credit card that has travel benefits is really helpful. For example, my American Express card gives me access to the airport lounge, which is pretty sweet.
What perks might work for you? Well, maybe you're feeding a family and grocery rewards would help. With the Blue Cash Preferred Card from American Express, you'll get 6% cash back annually on up to $6,000 in groceries. The Capital One Walmart Rewards Card pays 5% cash back on orders placed at walmart.com. The card has no annual fee and pays 5% cash back on in-store purchases for the first 12 months when you use your card with Walmart Pay. If most of your spending is gas and road trip charges, consider the Exxon Mobil Smart Card Plus. It'll save you 12 cents a gallon on premium fuel and 10 cents on other grades. There's also the Wells Fargo Autograph Card. It charges no annual fee and offers an unlimited 3 points earned on each dollar spent on gas and at electric vehicle charging stations, plus other related travel charges.
If you're a Warehouse Club member, those can be great options too.
The Costco Anywhere Visa gives you 4% cash back on gas and EV charging. Plus, you get 3% back on restaurants, car rentals, airfare, hotels, cruise lines, and trips booked through Costco Travel. Sam's Club MasterCard gives you up to $6,000 annually, plus 3% back on dining and takeout. Fans of Simon-owned malls, mills, and premium outlets might consider the Simon American Express card, which offers 5% cash back on purchases at its more than 200 locations.
It's never wise to carry a balance and pay high interest rates.
Smart, responsible spending can be the most rewarding perk of all.
The money is being spent on travel, so I might as well take advantage of the rewards.
And don't forget, it's not all about the rewards. Your current credit cards could have some perks you're unaware of, like cell phone insurance, purchase protection, and car rental coverage.
But it's mainly about the rewards.
But you might as well cash in if you got the opportunity, right?
Yeah, this is an overwhelming process. I went through this about 6 months ago or so.
You got to find what works for you.
I mean, you're right. When you say that there are 1,000 cards out there, right. I believe every word of that. I mean, it's so overwhelming and daunting, and that's some good guidance on how
try
to pick the right one for
simplify
you.
it a little bit. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, 6:07. Kelly, what's coming up in the forecast?
Well, we are looking at some showers and storms that'll be rolling on in later this morning into the afternoon. Another round toward the evening. We'll track those for you coming up.
And also add in your morning sports. Could the Brewers sweep their wild weekend series with the White Sox? We'll show you some highlights.
And as we kick off the summer months in the 6:00 way to look back at some of our favorite memories of springtime fun.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can capture all the moments that make summer, summer. Like driving a RAV4 to wade in a waterfall.
Nice.
Cruising to play mini golf in a Camry. Or taking a Tundra to the beach.
You're not going to leave me here, are you?
Right now, you can lease a sporty new Toyota RAV4 for $309 a month. See your local Toyota dealer today or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3 to 1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. it's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want the night lights, the bright lights, I'll put you in the spotlight, light. Yeah. You want style, well now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you what you gotta see. Ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Summertime fun is in full swing in Rosemont. From grand slams to hot jams. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont.
Don't burn up your money on high energy bill. Get new energy-efficient windows from Champion. Stay cool and save 35% off new Champion windows. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window. The more you buy, the more you save.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Well, we are entering a new month here in the 608, but before we move forward into summer, we want to reminisce on some of that springtime fun we've had here in our area.
You know who had the most fun spring?
Who's that?
Josh Breiter.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Josh, you had a wonderful spring. I'm trying to, there's so much you crammed in, as you always do.
Yes, there's a lot to pack down here this morning, and we have two separate look-backs for you because due to that breaking news at the start of May, we never got around to sharing April's funds. We've got a two-parter, and we're going to start off with some information we've had this spring in the 608. And I've got my eye on science in the 608 this morning. Chris and Shane, it's super easy. All you have to do is show up on Sunday to have in on the fun for the UW Science Expeditions. I know I'm ruffling some feathers back there in the studio because you guys love my puns.
Stanford said, here comes the owl pun. I thought you were going to go with, it's a real hoot.
Well, that too, and sometimes I'm just trying to make a point here in the 608. So.
No! Someone cut him off.
We're cutting him off.
Live. Take a portion of the proceeds, we give it to the American Family Children's Hospital so everybody's happy and everybody wins. You can buy one of these little patches from us that we provide and you just put it on top of it. Boom. And then it says something that you like.
And that says choose happy. How can you not be happy with something like that?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy to open our warehouse and let everybody in and shop and get a good deal.
Literally the best seats in the house right here. Pretzel is pretty awesome. I love to see that right here again at American Family Field.
You're welcome to hit the button and we'll drop the coffee in.
The start cycle.
The coffee will drop in from the hopper. You'll start seeing it agitate around. About 9 minutes, we'll have some coffee.
This is what I just roasted.
We saw an opportunity to bring Chocolate Chop here, and we couldn't be happier. The carrot mango is very good.
Yeah, you had me just try that, and it tastes like summer. I can't quite say it on TV, but this, blank, just got serious is what I'm going to do. David's going to scoop me up one right here, so let's give it a go here. That is so good. The International Lane, this loop, it's really fun.
Yeah, and it's really conducive to something like this, a drive-through light show. It's completely free. You can go through it as many times as you want. You can loop through, take your time, go through the show, have your friends and family with you, and take pictures all you want.
You know, you look at this backdrop behind us. Madison is so special in so many different ways. Remember, you can watch all of these features on channel3000.com. Just click on the In the 608 tab.
Some of those things felt like they were 6 months ago.
Isn't that crazy? We pack so much into 30 days that sometimes I'm like, that's right, that was, you know?
Right.
So it's pretty awesome. We're going to have a brand new one for you coming up at 6:45 too.
Right.
Lead photographer Mark Schilling, he's been busy.
Cranking them out,
so,
Mark.
Yes,
all right.
all these memes.
That's awesome.
Now here's the summer.
Yeah,
there we
absolutely.
go. Thanks, Josh.
You bet.
Josh is always looking for inspiration to share in the 608. If you have an idea you think would be good for TV, let him know. You might see it on News 3 Now this morning. 6:14, Kelly is out on the patio. We've got a couple of chances for some severe weather over the next couple of days. Kelly, let us know what we can expect.
Yeah, you know, this morning we're quiet for now, but already later this morning, especially areas to the west of Madison, then as we get toward the noon hour, early afternoon, we'll have one round come through in Madison. Then as we get toward the dinner hour, another round. And not only that, but we've got another round that'll be coming in tomorrow evening. So we've got several rounds of some storms. I think the next couple of days are going to be kind of active. After that, we're going to quiet down, and it looks like kind of an extended period of some quieter and also some cooler weather headed our way, but not today because we have a warm front right now. It's draped right along the Mississippi River Valley. That's going to pass through southern Wisconsin. You're going to notice that humidity really go up, and that adds fuel to the fire, as we will see some storms start to fire up already later this morning. We do have a slight risk of severe weather. That's that area of yellow. That is a category 2 on a scale of 1 to 5, and that'll be mainly this afternoon. But already we are seeing a couple of showers up toward La Crosse, Eau Claire, a cluster of storms. We had a couple of showers just west of Lancaster. Those have kind of dissipated. What we're really going to watch is some storms flare up out of Iowa, and that's what's going to be moving into southwestern Wisconsin through the morning hours, then toward the noon hour in the Madison area. And they'll be scattered in nature, at least initially, but as we get toward the evening hours, I expect a line of storms to roll through southern Wisconsin, and then everything should be shifting onto the east, so the chance of rain do go down, let's say after 9, 10 o'clock here in Madison overnight. And most of tomorrow should be actually fairly dry. It won't be until we get to the evening hours when another round of strong to potentially severe storms roll through. And it looks like that'll be mainly after dark tomorrow night. We are looking at quiet weather right now. In fact, we've got the sun coming out. It is starting to warm up now, and you're going to notice that humidity come up. See some of these scattered storms off to the west of Madison this morning. Later this morning, you see some of these isolated cells that have some of that red in them. Those could produce some hail, some gusty winds. Can't rule out an isolated tornado. And then we'll look at a line that'll start to form off to the west here at Camp Douglas, down toward Boscobel, Prairie du Chien, toward Platteville here at 3:30, 4 o'clock. Then toward the Madison area as we get between 5 and 6 o'clock. And you can see that line starting to move on to the east through Monroe, Janesville here, 7, 8 o'clock, up through Watertown and Juneau. And then everything shifts on to the east into Walworth County as we go through 10 o'clock hour and beyond. I think most of tomorrow will actually be dry. It's going to be pretty sticky with temperatures in the 80s. It won't be really until after dark tomorrow night. That's when we can expect an intense line of some storms roll through, probably as we get toward the midnight hour. Yeah, we got the rain chances now, but it looks like fairly quiet weather for the rest of the weekend to the weekend. So a couple more active days, the first warn alert days today and tomorrow, but quieter and cooler weather. Humidity drops, overnight lows in the 50s, highs in the low 70s toward the end of the week and the weekend.
It was a wild weekend for the Brewers. On Friday, they collected 23 hits, the most in a game by any team this season. And then there was 2 nights ago when they won in walk-off fashion. We fast forward to last night. They looked to clean up a sweep against the White Sox, one of baseball's worst teams. Crew trailing 2-1 in the second with 2 on. Jackson Churio with the dish. The top prospect who's been struggling sails one out of the stadium. A 3-run ding-dong puts Milwaukee ahead. And then in the 8th, Crew clinging to a 1-run lead, and Chicago tries tying it up. Runner tries testing Christian Yelich, and it's a test that Tommy Pham would fail. What a laser from Yelly. It keeps the Chi Sox off the board, and the Crew finish the sweep. 6-3 is your final. Whitewater baseball fighting to keep their season alive. Elimination game in the D3 College World Series. They trailed by 5 in this one, but then the comeback commenced. Eli Frank in the 8th inning turns on one, and there is no doubt about it. Frank with a 2-run tank, and we're all tied at 10. And then in the bottom of the 9th, first pitch of the frame, tied at 10, and Sam Payton makes them pay with a walk-off home run. The Warhawks and Birmingham Southern's magical Cinderella run season 2 days after the school permanently closed. For the Warhawks, they keep flying. They're one of 4 teams remaining. Many Wisconsin football fans were understandably disappointed with Luke Fickell's first season. But this offseason, Fick has been building for the future. He nabbed a commitment yesterday from Rakeem Stroud, a three-star cornerback from Tampa, Florida. Stroud was highly recruited and fits Luke Fickell's profile. A fast, lengthy defensive back, kind of like Sauce Gardner. And it's not the first time Fickell has landed a big recruit in these last few weeks. Lately, he's been on a roll. Yesterday's commitment catapulted the Badgers into 247 Sports' top 15 recruiting classes in 2025. Fickell had massive success in his second year at Cincinnati and is hoping to do the same with some star-studded recruits at UW. And believe it or not, this coming weekend is the AmFam Championship. And yesterday, they unveiled the slate of participants. This is exciting. Of course, Steve Stricker and Jerry Kelly are playing, but so are a ton of other legends like Ernie Els and the guys I'm excited to see, John Daly. And then there's the celebrities. The foursome got announced a couple of days ago. It's Andy North and Michael Phelps, both returning. They're joined by NFL MVP Matt Ryan and a fourth player that will be announced. That's your morning sports fix. Have a magical Monday.
Thank you, Andrew. Up next, we are learning more about Mexico's new president.
And coming up in our next half hour, some new presidential election polling after the historic conviction of former President Donald Trump. Find out where voters stand now.
First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
We've got the power.
At the Power Centers of Madison, you can get the job done with Skag Commercial Power Equipment. If your business is lawn care, you can trust Skag. Simply the best.
We've got the power.
Middleton and Sun Prairie.
Transform your home in one weekend with help from Menards. Need to stain your fence or deck? Menards has a great selection of stains that come in several colors and finishes, so you can find the perfect stain for you. Ultra Advanced Semi-Transparent is a stain and sealant in one that can be applied to damp wood, allowing you to clean and stain your project in one day. A gallon is $34.48 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy
To ooey gooey. To oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today a little bit more special.
That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
All the best parts of summer are here at Summerfest. Along one epic, music vibing, crowd cheering lakefront. Experience 600 artists across 12 stages during 3 unforgettable weekends. Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance. Find tickets, lineup, and more at summerfest.com.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for 27 years. They've always taken care of me. But when they asked me to talk to you about their special customer event, Us Days, I said, I gotta get in shape. So they sent me this Hollywood trainer. Oh, this guy's no joke. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers.
Now let's try burpees.
Us Days is back at U.S. Cellular. Current customers get $1,200 off any phone, plus $300 off any tablet.
It's held over, up to 60% off list prices.
On hundreds of items at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Incredible deals, like this great-looking reclining sofa with power, just $727. Or a great wicker sectional for spring, just $899. How about a comfy recliner with lots of storage? And so much more. But hurry, it ends soon. Up to 60% off list.
At the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture. Do not miss this one.
We've got the power.
At the Power Centers of Madison, you can get the job done with Skag Commercial Power Equipment. If your business is lawn care, you can trust Skag. Simply the best.
We've got the power.
Middleton and Sun Prairie.
We're back on a Monday morning showing you Gwen's morning. This is a great photo here of the Rock River.
Looking great.
Look at that. I love the bright greens and the sky looking so fresh and blue. I'm here for it.
Oh, and the bridge to boot?
Absolutely.
Great picture. Gwen, thank you. So trending today, graduation season is winding down, right? And there's a Nebraska family with a lot to celebrate. They had a set of quadruplets.
Oh, goodness.
Graduate over the weekend.
Look at that.
Owen, Emma, Dylan, Riley, brothers and sisters, born on the same day, all graduating from Bellevue University together. How about this? It's the first time they've walked on the stage to receive their diplomas, too, because of COVID restrictions at their high school graduation. They weren't able to do that. So a huge moment here for this family in Nebraska.
Split the pot at the grad party, that's what I say.
Oh, man, could you imagine?
That's so cool,
having to shell out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool.
Congratulations, nonetheless. Well, overnight, we told you Mexico elected its first woman president and first Jewish president, Claudia Sheinbaum. She's the former Mexico City mayor and also a climate scientist. She has a PhD in energy engineering. She is the daughter of a biologist and chemical engineer. She also shares a Nobel Prize for Peace for her work on climate change. While mayor during the pandemic, she expanded testing, set limits on business hours and capacity, and publicly wore masks and urged social distancing.
I mean, the accolades, the list goes on and on. I mean, truly an accomplished person, and congratulations.
Yeah, a landslide victory for her last night. So congratulations. She begins her 6-year term now. And yeah, the first female president for any North American country.
Very cool.
Truly a historic moment for the people of Mexico. All right, let's transition on over to Kelly Slifka, who is tracking some showers that could impact the bus stop forecast today.
Yeah, you know, we are looking at some rounds of storms to roll through today. One will be coming toward the noon hour, then another round as we head through the late afternoon into the evening around the dinner hour. That'll be our opportunity for some rain. Therefore, our first warn alert day, because of the potential of strong storms, another round coming in tomorrow evening. Things quiet down by the end of the week.
All right, keep it right here. We are back after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's got a great swing. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Why was it important to have Pella match the look of your home?
I love that I have a home that just can't be made anymore. It's 100 years old, it's a historic district, and we didn't want to ruin the look by having modern windows in an older home. I had a vision for what I wanted our home to look like. When I found out that Pella had an architecturally accurate product line, they simply guided us and helped us to make a great decision for our home.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 48 months. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. We want the nightlife, the bright lights. I'll put you in the spotlight, light. Yeah. You want style? Well, now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you what you gotta see. Oh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Summertime fun is in full swing in Rosemont. From grand slams to hot jams. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont.
Arby's understands if you need a steak knife to get into these supremely stacked burgers. But don't forget, teeth are just mouth knives. Arby's, we have the meat.
Best areas that we found, unfortunately, which is probably the area that we found were suffering the most, was from tax. And so by building this wealth optimization team, right, where we can bring in CFAs, CFPs, tax attorneys, CPAs, and really get to the heart of the matter of, targeted, risk, institutionally managed portfolios, to specialized indexing strategies, to basically helping people make that transition from accumulation to distribution and understand that it's a whole nother game.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Vote for the Best of Madison online today, including Schmitz Auto for Best Towing Company. Vote for Schmitz Auto and all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's got a great swing. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Right now, confirmation of a death in a car crash from over the weekend. Top police found the car when they arrived at the scene.
Plus, campaign 2024, what new polling says about voters' reaction to Donald Trump's guilty verdict.
And your first look outside this half hour, Kelly is tracking the potential for some storms over the next 2 days.
Yeah, right now it is quiet here, but we do have a cluster of storms in northwestern Wisconsin. We'll see more develop into the afternoon. We'll track it for you coming up.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Shane Hogan. Thanks for waking up with us. That active weather pattern continuing.
Not letting up.
Early on this week.
Can we get a break for more than a couple of days?
Guess not.
Goodness. Kelly, when are we going to see this first round hit us?
Yeah, it looks like the first round here in the Madison area around the noon hour. Obviously a little bit sooner. Areas to the west, as a lot of these storms are going to come out of Iowa, hit southwestern Wisconsin. We've had a couple try to develop here in Grant County, but a lot of those have fizzled. One cluster moving in northwestern parts of the state. That's going to stay to our north. What we're going to be watching is this area right to the south of Mason City over to Waterloo. That's what we'll be developing and moving into southwestern Wisconsin later this morning and as we get toward the noon hour, the early afternoon here in Madison. Our future track, you can see how these showers start to fire up here on the latest frames here as we get toward 9-10 o'clock in southern Minnesota, northeastern Iowa. That's what's expected to form a line and produce some scattered storms as we go into the early afternoon hours here in the Madison area. We do have a slight risk of severe weather on a scale of 1 to 5. That's a category 2. Maybe some large hail, some strong winds. Can't rule out an isolated tornado all of southern Wisconsin. So we got a couple of rounds today, then another round coming in, it looks like mainly tomorrow evening. So the active weather pattern continues for 2 more days. I think after that, things will quiet down a little bit. All right, 63 in Madison, 62 in Middleton. DeForest right now is 64. It's a mild start to the morning. It's going to turn sticky today, and that will fuel some of these storms as we get toward the noon hour. Noticing that south wind will be picking up at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. So 2 rounds today, another round tomorrow. Looks like some quieter weather toward the end of the week. We'll have that forecast coming up.
Okay, Kelly, thank you. And as we prepare for that possible severe weather over the next few days, our First Warn weather team is tracking the storms. You can receive updates directly to your phone from our team with the First Warn Weather and Traffic app. It's available for free right now in your app store.
New information this morning. The Janesville Police Department is confirming a man died in a car crash from Friday.
Here's what we know so far this morning. Just after 7 o'clock Friday night, Janesville Police and Fire responded to a single vehicle crash. This happened on Jackson Street, just south of State. Officers found a vehicle flipped on its driver's side on the east side of the road. Janesville Police says only one person was in the car, a 42-year-old man. He died at the scene. Speed was a factor. Police say the driver lost control of his car leading up to the crash. We don't know the victim's name yet. The Rock County Medical Examiner will release that information at a later date.
To campaign 2024 now, we're looking at new polling on Americans' reaction to Donald Trump's guilty verdict in his criminal election interference trial. CBS News' Naomi Ruckham reports.
In his first TV interview since his Manhattan conviction, former President Donald Trump told Fox News he would be okay with having to serve prison time or house arrest. But he issued this warning.
I think it would be tough for the public to take. You know, at a certain point, there's a breaking point.
Trump also repeated his plans to appeal and railed against the verdict.
It's weaponization of the Justice Department, of the FBI. And, you know, that's all coming out of Washington.
President Joe Biden forcefully pushed back those claims Friday.
It's reckless. It's dangerous. It's irresponsible for anyone to say this was rigged just because they don't like the verdict.
A new CBS poll shows that more than half of Americans surveyed believe the verdict was right, though there continues to be a huge political divide in public opinion. A smaller majority of respondents said they don't believe Trump should serve prison time after his conviction. Saturday night, the former president received a standing ovation while attending a UFC match in New Jersey. The next day, he posted a video of his interactions with fans there, to launch his new TikTok account. Trump already has more than 3 million TikTok followers and counting, dwarfing the amount of followers the Biden-Harris campaign has amassed since it joined TikTok back in February. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News, New York.
And as we saw in that new CBS polling, Americans remain divided on Trump's conviction. And while issues like the economy and abortion rights remain top of mind for many voters, one former GOP strategist tells us that isn't the case for those still deciding.
All those issues that we've seen in past campaigns that are used to help people make decisions, one way or another, who they're going to vote for, they're not on the table right now. As much as the Biden campaign would love to have them on the table, they're not. And the Trump campaign is absolutely happy to have this trial on the table as the issue that's defining the campaign at this time.
Trump's sentencing is scheduled for July 11th. Again, that's just 4 days before he is set to receive the Republican nomination for president at the party's national convention in Milwaukee. And Scholl says that's when more people will really start thinking about how they feel regarding Trump's status as a convicted felon.
With Trump's conviction dominating the conversation, Democrats are trying to remind voters about other major issues facing the nation. One of those issues, gun violence. On For the Record, News 3 Now political reporter Will Keneally asked Wisconsin's top cop, the Attorney General, how voters' choice for president affects gun violence in their communities.
So first of all, having some common sense rules at the federal level can help, particularly because, of course, guns can be transported from one state to another. And so having a prohibition on ghost guns in one state but not another can lead to them getting into both states pretty easily. You know, Donald Trump has an anti-public safety record when it comes to this issue. He's supported by the NRA, and he has stood in the way of common sense gun safety measure.
Last month, Trump pledged to roll back Biden's actions on guns, which include a rule requiring firearms dealers to run background checks on buyers at gun shows and other places outside of brick and mortar stores.
In more local news this morning, a portion of West Washington Avenue will be closed for construction starting today, just starting in about a half an hour. West Wash will be reduced to 1 lane in each direction between Broome and Fairchild. Crews will be out replacing underground utilities and rebuilding the roadway. Work is expected to last until October. Traffic will not return to normal until then. So if you're heading that way this morning, just know crews will be out there starting at 7 o'clock.
It's Madison Bike Week. A lot of events happening through the week to celebrate. That includes a bike ride this morning through downtown. The event kicks off at the Madison Municipal Building at 8 o'clock this morning. Mayor Saatchi Rhodes Conway will be speaking there, and if her schedule allows, the mayor will take a quick ride around downtown. We are tracking some storms and some showers that could push into the viewing area at some point. Dane County, though, looking like that's going to be a little bit later, so it looks like at least that the ride should happen as scheduled.
Hoping so. Also looking ahead, the AmFam Championships taking place this weekend, and we already have an idea of who's going to participate. Of course, Steve Stricker and Jerry Kelly will be playing. Ernie Els and John Daly will be joining them. That ought to be pretty entertaining. Plus, Andy North and Michael Phelps are returning yet again. They will be joined this year by former NFL MVP quarterback Matt Ryan. And a fourth celebrity player joining them has not been announced just yet. How about that?
Can you do that Michael Phelps arm flap?
I would, one, rip this coat into shreds,
right,
and probably rip both shoulders right out of their sockets. I'm not going to try that. I'll leave that one to the GOAT.
Yeah, excited to hear who the final celebrities are.
I know. I mean, some big names, so got some big shoes to fill. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Also, Simone Biles, once again, the winner of a national title, from one great Olympian, Michael Phelps, to another. The 27-year-old gymnastics star won her 9th national title last night. This more than a decade after she won her first. Sunday, Biles finished with the highest two-day score on all 4 events: beam, bars, vault, and floor. She's only done that once before, and that was 6 years ago. She's still at the top of her game. All of this, of course, ahead of the Olympic trials in Minneapolis later this month. I like her chances of making the Olympic team. I'm going to go out on a limb here. Just say it. I like her chances.
She's a lock. She's a lock.
Gosh, she's so fun to watch.
Hey, with the Summer Olympics coming up in Paris here on July 26th, officials for the Games are setting an ambitious target, and that is to have their overall carbon footprint compared to the 2012 London Games and the 2016 Rio Games. That's a total of 1.58 million metric tons of CO2. To put that into perspective, that's about the amount of pollution caused by 1.2 million economy passengers flying one way from New York to Paris on Boeing 787 jets. That is, however, a lot less than the footprint of previous games.
All right, we'll see if they can pull it off starting towards the end of July. All right, Kelly, what's coming up?
Well, we do have some showers and storms in northern Wisconsin, but we're focused on areas in Iowa. That'll be bringing us some storms later this morning into the afternoon. Then another round toward the evening. We'll have more coming up.
And as we kick off the summer months of the 608 to look back at some of our favorite memories of springtime fun.
Let the design team at Waunakee Furniture ETC turn your design dreams into reality. With customized solutions and quality products, our passion and expertise will help turn your room into a dream space.
Bring quality home at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We do the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird. With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. The value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. You get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
Hi, it's Preston with Window World, your locally owned and nationally known window company located right here in Madison. Come see what our Window World family can do for your next remodel. Get a house full of Window World windows for just $90 a month. That's 10 4000 Series award-winning windows, fully installed and warranted for life. Visit WindowWorldMadison.com or
call us today.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
When you donate furniture, cabinets, and appliances to Habitat Restore, you make an impact on neighbors in your community. Profits generated from Restore sales help provide safe and secure housing for hardworking families across Dane County. Donate to make a difference today.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Waunakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
The nation's top call for action team is going strong at News 3 Now, with more than 160 cases closed and over $444,000 recovered. If you need help moving forward, call for action only on News 3 Now.
There's still time to register for the More Than Pink Walk for breast cancer research. Log on to channel3000.com/Komen. Be part of the movement to raise money, celebrate survivors, and honor loved ones.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We are back here at 642 with some wild new video of high winds causing multiple fires in parts of California. This video here shows a house fire in San Jose. Firefighters there actually battled 6 separate house fires within a 2-block area. And then there's this, a scene about 85 miles away in San Joaquin County where fire crews are working to put out another wind-driven wildfire. This one's already scorched thousands of acres. Residents in the wildfire's path are now being asked to evacuate the area.
Meanwhile, in Texas, video here showing a tornado touching down near Silverton in the northern part of the state. And a local news station in the southern part of the state also reporting a touchdown of a tornado there. You can see that crazy funnel cloud. Great video there. That tornado injured at least one person in Sanderson. This follows just weeks of treacherous weather across the state of Texas. Storms there have killed at least 23 people at the end of May. And in our area, video here from alert days within the last few months, last month, showing damage from those storms, of course. The most recent tornadoes touched down in Wisconsin on May 26th. The National Weather Service says there were 3 tornadoes just that day.
And then, of course, there was the sweeping damage from May 21st storms. That's when trees were down all over the city like these. There were 16 tornadoes reported in the state that day. However, none reported in Dane County, but thousands of people in and around Dane County were without power for multiple days. MG&E says it was one of their biggest outages in their history. And this morning, we have a couple more chances of severe weather. Kelly Slifka is out on the patio to let us know what we can expect. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, you know, it's been a very active spring here in Wisconsin, really across much of the nation. We've seen all those tornadoes in Texas across parts of the plains. Now, as far as our timing with the severe weather threat, I think we'll see some scattered storms develop to the west of Madison here after 10 o'clock till about noon. Then the Madison area, we're looking at some scattered storms rolling through Madison. Maybe a little bit of a break here between 2 and about 4 o'clock. And then as we get toward the rush hour and the dinner hour, that's when we're expecting an intense line of storms to roll on through. That may linger, especially areas to the east up until 10 o'clock. And then after that, it looks like that thunderstorm threat will be done with. So we've got the alert day, not only for today, though, but it is all of southern Wisconsin continuing into tomorrow. And that's because we'll see another round develop, it looks like, by tomorrow evening. That could produce some intense winds. Now, as far as today, we do have a slight risk of severe weather. That includes the Madison area, Janesville, Watertown, up through the Dells and Lone Rock, Platteville as well on the eastern fringe of that. That'll be mainly going into the afternoon hours. Right now, it's quiet here in southern Wisconsin. Actually, it's going to be a pretty nice morning. We've got the sun coming up. And we did have a couple of showers near Lancaster. Those have pretty much dissipated. Big cluster of storms up there in northwestern Wisconsin, Eau Claire area, headed to the north and east. That won't be affecting us. It's basically from south of Mason City. We're starting to see some of these storms fire up already right along I-35. And that's what will increase our chances of storms as we get toward the noon hour, and then especially as we get toward the dinner hour into the early evening hours. A pretty intense line of storms that will be affecting most of southern Wisconsin. That'll be our best opportunity. After about 10 o'clock, I think it'll be dry. And then most of tomorrow should be dry as well until we get toward dark. After sunset into the midnight hour, that's when we'll have a pretty good chance of seeing some more storms roll through. So the active weather continues. Now, we'll time it out for you. Dry for the next several hours here in southern Wisconsin, but you see southwestern Wisconsin seeing some of these storms fire up later this morning. As we get toward the noon hour, some of these rolling into the Madison area. You're noticing the isolated nature of some of these intense storms. That means a lot of energy is getting focused in a very localized spot, and that typically can mean not only heavy downpours, but also the potential for some hail. That'll be early this afternoon. Then as we get toward 4 or 5 o'clock off to the west, we'll see this intense line of storms, Boscobel, Platteville, moving through the Dells, eventually toward the Madison area. As we get toward the dinner hour, that'll extend down toward Monroe as well. Eventually, that'll move on to the east after 8 o'clock to Juneau, Watertown, and eventually Janesville. Then after about 10 o'clock or so, mainly just affecting Walworth County, and everybody else should be in the clear, at least for then. All right, most of tomorrow should be dry, but it's going to be fairly sticky with temperatures climbing into the low to mid 80s area wide with that southerly wind. That will fuel an intense line of storms that's expected to move in from the north and west. Looks like most of this will be developing after dark tomorrow night, and that could produce some damaging winds as it rolls on through the Madison area. Yeah, we're tired with the rain. We could really use a break, and it looks like we will finally get a break toward the end of the week into the weekend, an extended period of some dry weather. All right, first warning alert days for today and also tomorrow. We'll see several rounds of some storms rolling on through, maybe a lingering shower on Wednesday, then dry weather for the rest of the week, and we do cool down. Temperatures in the low 70s for highs and overnight lows in the 50s. You notice that dry weather will continue through the weekend into early and middle parts of next week.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Well, we are entering a new month here in this 608, but before we move into summer, we're reminiscing on some of that springtime fun we've had here in southern Wisconsin.
Josh Breiter had a lot of fun this spring. He's here to recap the season with his special look back. Hey there, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. In this look back, we're wrapping up the month of May. It's the start of festival season, and we are off to an amazing start in celebrating what makes living in the 608 so great in 2024. We're in the worst Wienermobile this morning.
Fans can customize whatever they want on their hot dog or their brat. And it also ties into one of our rebrands this year, which is actually this logo over here. We're going to rebrand to be the worst, like a bratwurst. And our players will take the field in worst uniforms.
The original cheese curds. You can never go wrong with those guys. Chris Sanford, what'd you think of your cheese curd?
That was funny.
It's very nice. I appreciate that.
There it is. He said good hair. I want you all to know. He said good hair.
Cheese curd does have some good hair.
It's always wonderful here in Pheasant Branch. The eagles have raised a new eaglet, and the deer are playing out there.
This is all about, you know, getting out and getting into nature.
We're still adding pieces to State Street as we speak. So this is going to be one of the flamingo sculptures that'll be lined across State Street. Another piece of street art to kind of go with the street painting that we did a couple of weeks ago. These planters, these benches. It's all part of just trying to make sure that State Street is like the destination.
If we emphasize this more and people know more about it, there's more access. There's more we could do in Madison. That we could be more of a destination for, like Oak Brew is, for people that are dedicated gluten-free. And those that aren't. There'll be lots of stuff for those that aren't either.
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's good. Jealous.
Looks
very
so good.
jealous.
I would house one of those right now.
That sounds so good.
Enjoy it, Josh.
Oh, boy.
On State Street, we will have cars starting at the 100 block going all the way down to the 600 block.
I still think next year we got to get the whole team dancing because I've done it by myself. For setting to mine.
Wow,
Yeah, we can do a little team dance.
I'm very graceful. I'm a very graceful human.
Oh, boy, I don't know about that one.
I wouldn't want to make everybody look bad.
You just got to get that stomp down.
I did watch you play volleyball. I got as much information as I need.
We won that.
Hey, good couple months here.
Oh, my gosh.
Summer's going to be great.
We have a lot to look forward to, especially in the month of June. We got a busy, jam-packed couple of weeks ahead.
Looking forward to it.
We're
Josh,
excited.
thanks. He's always looking for stories to share in the 608. If you have an idea, let him know about it.
All right, coming up in the morning sprint, what a new study is saying about the link between diabetes and heart disease.
If you got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, send us a picture. We'll show it on TV to help them celebrate.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
We've got the power.
At the Power Centers of Madison, you can get the job done with Toro and their 60-volt max battery Flex Force power system products. It's unbeatable power by Toro.
We've got the power.
Middleton and Sun Prairie.
Old windows? Compromise your home's comfort. Vinyl windows, a 1970s relic, aren't built for extreme weather. They warp and crack, becoming vulnerable to the elements. At Next Door & Window, we have the answer. Fiberglass. Our Ultrex fiberglass windows last up to 50 years, longer than any other window you can buy. And while other companies cut corners and never call you back, we've got your back. When you demand tomorrow's comfort, Next delivers. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Your policy's updated.
Because we know your house is where their dreams begin.
Impressive.
Thanks, Caleb. And our agents are here to help you feel protected, so your family can pursue their dreams. Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Arby's has let other burger joints have their little fun. Playtime is over. The meat professionals will take it from here. Arby's, we have the meats.
Need inspiration? Shop Pick and Save. For over 30,000 mouth-watering choices, plus savings like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Pick and Save is worth it every time. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Everyone has their own idea of what fitness means to them. Here's what it means to us. We believe fitness can be more than exercise, that it can build a better tomorrow. It can change how you feel. It can build more than muscle. It can build community. And no matter what your reason, the common goal is simple. It's for a better tomorrow. Join us for a better tomorrow.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Choose FlexBuy on a Ford F-150 and get 0% APR financing for 66 months, plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash, only for a limited time starting right now.
We've got the power.
At the Power Centers of Madison, you can get the job done with Toro and their 60-volt max battery flex force power system products. It's unbeatable power by Toro.
We've got the power.
Middleton and Sun Prairie.
Waunakee Remodeling, your window replacement experts.
6:54, time for the morning sprint.
Janesville police are confirming one person is dead after a car crash on Friday. It happened just south of State Street. Officers found a vehicle flipped on the driver's side. The only person in the car was the 42-year-old man who died at the scene. JPD says speed was a factor. The medical examiner will release his name at a later date.
Jury selection begins today in the federal gun trial against Hunter Biden. The president's son is charged with 3 counts related to an alleged purchase of a gun in 2018 when he was struggling with drug abuse. If convicted, Hunter Biden could face 25 years in prison.
People with well-controlled long-duration type 1 diabetes may still face a high risk of heart disease. That is according to research at Harvard that looked at 1,000 people with the disease for the last 50 years, most with no kidney complications. They found about 40% had heart disease. The findings may help guide the development of new medication.
Starting in just about 5 minutes this morning, West Washington will be reduced down to 1 lane in each direction between Broome and Fairchild. Crews will be out replacing underground utilities. Traffic won't return to normal until October.
Mexico has its first ever woman and Jewish president. From the country's leftist Morena Party, climate scientist Claudia Sheinbaum won in a landslide. She'll begin her term that lasts 6 years in October.
All right, a few minutes away from 7 o'clock. Quiet for now, but we are looking at some scattered showers and storms to develop to the west of Madison later this morning. And then as we get toward the noon hour, we're expecting an intense line of storms to roll through the Madison area, eventually shifting down to the east after 10 o'clock. Then after that, should be quiet. It's going to be warm today as temperatures climb in the upper 70s with those scattered storms. Some of these storms may produce some large hail and some damaging winds. Therefore, the alert day, another round of storms that'll arrive tomorrow evening. Humid tomorrow, but we are looking at some quieter weather toward the end of the week.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Thanks, folks. We're back with another news and weather update coming up in 30 minutes.